Hey, good morning. It's Dr. James. I hope you're off to a beautiful start today. It's wonderful to lay eyes on you. Thank you for your time and thank you for your energy. And I've been really working over these last few minutes on making sure my intention comes through this morning. And my intention wants to come through in my eyes. It wants to come through with making contact with your soul. There was a beautiful poem that was written literally thousands of years ago about the whole idea of when eyes truly connect with the spirit of love, we pierce one another's soul. And this is very important today. I read a study yesterday that literally, it made me almost want to shut my eyes. Because it was all about how technology is built and why technology is the way it is, why we feel the way we do, and why so much of our country and so much of our world today is at odds with one another. We are wrong or we're right. We're left or we're right. We're yes or we're no. And because of the way that technology has been built, it's been built to do certain things extremely well. And one of those things is something called binary functionality, which basically means it's here or it's here. It's yes or it's no. It's wrong or it's right. It's left or it's right. And there's no in between. And you know how that feels, right? Do you ever find yourself driving up close to somebody in a certain kind of car with a certain bumper sticker? And immediately they are categorized, oh, they're with me, or I'm against them. What they stand for is not what I stand for. They voted the wrong way. They think the wrong way. They do the wrong things. Or, I love that car because I love that bumper sticker. And you know what? It may sound silly, but this is how our mind is more and more working because technology and social media in particular wants to create experiences where we galvanize a certain community, a certain way of living and thinking, and we either find that a place to go, oh, this is my side, this is my home, these are my people, or they are not on my side. Those are not my people. It's this or it's that. So that's how we have gotten to be in a lot of places that we are today. And when we're way over here, whether it's right or it's wrong, left or right, I'm not here to judge that. What I'm here to say is that the more that we allow ourselves to dig in to that relationship, the more that we disenfranchise the opportunity for us to come together and really truly be a highly functional, common humanity community. That doesn't mean we have to agree on everything or even have the same ideals and the same values. But we have to value common humanity, which is all of us understanding the only way this is going to work, this experiment called this world, this experience here on this planet, is that if we find some common ground where we know at the very least we are one. We are one. And where does that begin? How do we get out of that binary left or right, yes or no, right or wrong? It's simply this. What research is telling us is that one of the most powerful ways that we overcome putting people in categories and making sure that we find them left or right or wrong or yes or no, whether we find them our people, is that every human being gets an opportunity today to do one thing because of you, and that is to be seen. What we know about neurochemistry, what we know about common humanity, what we know about compassion is that it begins with eye contact. It begins with presence. When we make eye contact, when we are good listeners, when we at the very least pay respect by being present with another human being, whether or not we agree with them or find ourselves at home with what they believe in, it really begins with whether or not we can lift ourselves above that and be here with this. Eye contact is the beginning of how it is that we pierce one another's soul. It's neurochemical, it's physiological, it is where the big bridges begin to be built. We know that empathy begins in eyes. We know that empathy begins in eye contact. We know that empathy and trust and galvanizing a sense of beginning of dialogue and common humanity, the bridge building, happens when we're present with another human being. Don't take your eyes off one another. At the very least, make a moment of eye contact to begin the possibility. Who knows what can ensue from here? Over these next 12, 13 months, there's going to be a lot of finger pointing. The elections are going to be unfolding here in the United States, and we're going to be finding more and more binary technological opportunities to hate, to find distance, to find lack of compassion in our community. How do we overcome it? We rise above it. We look beyond. We look within ourselves and one another. I know this message may not be popular, but I believe it's one of the only ways that we will find again a way that we can function as a whole. We don't have to agree on everything, but we have to agree that we are one. And that's the only way we find ourselves moving through and beyond, healing and growing as one. Much love. Every blessing. I see you. Bye for now.